Okay, so well, do you know these expressions?
Yeah. Um, well, we reviewed it last week.
Okay, so we have we have these two expressions to talk about when we don't remember a word. But first, we're gonna ask some questions about you. Do you like to use accessories?
Mm, no, I don't. Um, only
Not.
the
But have
yes,
you?
I have.
And what kind of accessories have you worn?
The accessories I like to wear are um like I don't know, like kind of neutral. I mean, um, doesn't have to be like not sure. Um, uh, I how do you say extravagant?
Extravagant?
Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to be extravagant. I keep it as simple as I can.
Okay, that's excellent. Perla? Okay, before you continue with the following question, do you know these two people from the pictures?
Well, they both are singers.
Yes? And what do you think about them?
Oh, actually, they are pretty extravagant. Both of them. Okay.
Okay, they are both extravagant.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think of people who like to wear extravagant accessories? For example, platform shoes, wigs, etc. Do you know what are platform shoes
Yeah.
and wigs?
Yes.
Okay, what do you think about
Um.
these people?
Well. I would say that they are confident enough, like to wear those things, and that maybe they are trying to let people know that they are different.
Okay, excellent. They are trying to let people know that they are different. Okay, Verla, thank you. Good morning, Edgar. How are you?
Good morning, Jose. Almost fine, and you?
Okay, so I'm fine too. Thank you so much. And how was your weekend, Edgar?
Uh, was a relaxed weekend.
A relaxed weekend. Okay, Edgar. Thank you. Okay, we are talking about accessories with your classmate Perla. Today's topic, we're gonna be talking about some expressions to talk about when you can remember a word. Okay, I have asked Perla this first question. Do you like to use accessories? Edgar, do you like to wear accessories?
The only accessory that I like, also highly, is the watches. Um, I'm not sure if we can say that sunglasses is a kind of accessory.
Yes. Okay, a watch is an accessory too. Do you or have you ever worn rings?
No, no, I never wear rings. I don't like it.
You don't like? Okay, excellent. Okay, I also asked Perla about these two people. Do you know these two people in the pictures?
If I'm not wrong, the first picture it's uh, Lady Gaga as in a concert, and the second one it's David Bowie.
Yes, excellent. They are both singers. And well, what do you think about these two people?
Uh, well, uh, both have in common that there are extroverted persons. Also, uh, they're very famous. Finally, uh, they are rock stars.
Okay, excellent. They are both extroverted persons, as you mentioned, and also they are very extravagant. Okay, and what do you think about people who like to wear extravagant accessories?
I don't know. Probably, nowadays the trendings is the new rule, the new law. So if this kind of famous try to wear kind of extravagant accessories or clothes, probably the normal people or the average people, they can imagine or they can suppose that it's good or it's on the way where this kind of act.
Okay, excellent, Edgar. Okay, thank you. And let's continue with the final question for Perla. What do you usually do when you don't know the name of something?
Well, if I can, I try to I I describe the thing I am looking for, or I try to find another word. So if it is, if I can find it, then I try like to ask the people around me.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so you try to describe it. Excellent. And what about Edgar? What do you do?
Well, I do the same as Perla told us. First of all, describe it. Then if I don't know how to describe, probably the best option is asking for someone what is the name of the something.
Okay, very good, Edgar. Okay, we're gonna read a conversation about this. Let me share my screen. Okay, can you see the conversation?
Yes.
Okay, but first we're gonna do this exercise. Letter A, sorry. Do you know what these things are? Match the words and the descriptions. Okay, here we have some words, and here we have some descriptions. Okay, let's start with number 1. Do you know what is a goatee?
A little short.
Okay, excellent. A little short bird. Okay, it's letter C. And well, number 2. Do you know what is a wig?
Yeah, it's false hair.
False hair. Okay, excellent. Letter D. And number 3. Cargo pants.
Baggy pants with pockets.
Okay, excellent. Baggy pants with pockets. And finally, we have platform shoes.
The shoes with thick soles.
Okay, excellent. Shoes with thick soles. Okay, and do you know what it's called?
It is like the sweater of the shoe.
Okay, Edgar, do you know what it is?
Yeah, suela.
Okay, excellent. As you both mentioned, it's suela. Okay, let's continue then with the conversation. Okay, here we have a conversation between two people talking about an old classmate. We have Gabi and Jinku. Okay, please, Carla, can you be Gabi? And Edgar, can you be Jinku?
Yep.
Okay, so can you please start with the conversation?
Sure. I think that we already read this
Have we?
last.
Okay. Did you do it with Teacher Miguel, right?
Not sure if it was with that teacher, but I remember this. Do you remember this one?
I don't remember this part. The first one, yeah, but
Not
this
this one?
conversation, I don't remember.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do it in case if we have any questions, please.
Okay. Do you remember that good guy in our class last year? Oh, what's his name? You know, he always wore those baggy pants without pockets. What do you call them?
You mean cargo pants?
Yeah, and he had a long hair and a funny little beard. What do you call that?
Do you mean goatee? Oh, I know. You mean Max?
That's right, Max. Well, don't look now, but he's sitting right behind you, and he's wearing a suit and a tie and everything.
A suit and tie? No way.
Yeah, he's got short hair. He looks different.
Okay, excellent, guys. Okay, so do you know how to pronounce this word?
It?
Maybe like that.
A suit. Okay, in this case we pronounce it suit. Suite, it's a room, and when we are talking about clothes, we say suit. Well, do you know what is a suit?
Traje?
A traje. Okay, excellent, like this one. And so it's a suit. Okay, so excellent, guys. So in this conversation, what can you identify? What can you tell me about this conversation?
Gabby used questions to describe something or someone.
Okay, excellent. And what about Perla? What do you think?
She also made some questions, like to ask her partner what's how something goes.
Okay, very good. Okay, as you mentioned, both are asking questions and answering these questions about this person or how it looks like. Okay, so what kind of expressions can you identify to talk about appearance?
Like what's his name? What do you call them?
Okay, what's his name? What do you call him? What else?
What do you call that? Do you mean? Mm, well, I don't know if I am missing something. Well,
Okay, what do
you
you
mean?
call? You mean? Okay, excellent. Okay, let's continue. Okay, here we have some, it mentions that notice how Gabby uses expressions like this when she can remember a name or a word. What's his or what's her name? What do you call it? And what do you call that? Or what do you call those? Okay, so have you ever heard about this expression before?
The first one, I hear it, but the second and the third, I think it's not very common.
Okay, excellent. What about Carla?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. As you mentioned, the first one is very common. What's his or what's her name? In the second and the third are also very common. What do you call it? What do you call that? Okay. ¿Cómo llamas a esto? ¿O cuál es el nombre de esto? Very good. We're gonna do an exercise to practice a little bit more about this. Okay, we have 3 sentences and we're gonna complete it with these expressions. Okay, we have completed conversation with expressions like the ones above. Then practice with a partner. Please, Edgar, can you help me with number 1?
Do you remember when everyone wore those shoes? What do you call them? The one with really thick soles?
Okay, you can use what do you call them or what do you call those. Okay, that's excellent. Okay, do you remember when everyone wore those shoes? What do you call them or what do you call those? The ones with thick soles. Okay, excellent. And what about Perla? Number 2, please.
A friend of mine wears her hair in those tiny braids. What do you call them?
Okay. Okay, what do you call them or what do you call us? The same expression. Excellent, Perla. And finally, Edgar, can you help me with it first, please?
Who's that singer with all the amazing clothes? What's her name?
What's her name? Okay, let's see. And what do you think, Perla, with the last?
Mm, um, oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sure. It could be like, you mean,
Okay,
oh,
let's see. Okay, the first one is what's her name? And here we have what do you call them? What do you call those? Okay. You know, her hair always looks different because she wears those, what do you call them? And what do you call those? Do you mean wigs? Okay, any questions with this?
no.
No, sir.
Okay, let's continue then. See the presentation
Yeah,
again. You mean. Okay, and Edgar, can you help me reading this,
sure.
please?
You can say "do you mean" or ask "do you mean" to check what someone is talking about or to suggest.
Okay, excellent. So you can say you mean or ask, do you mean to check what someone is talking about or to suggest a word or a name? I go see. Okay, we're gonna use these expressions. Okay, Perla, can you help me read it, please?
You use you mean in a question to check that you have understood that what someone said. Do I continue?
Okay, excellent. So the first expression that is you mean, we use this expression in a question to check that you have understood what someone has said. For example, what accident? You mean Christina's? But what if I had said no? About the Batman, you mean? Okay, so is it clear how?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a sec, please. Sorry. Okay, let's continue then. And then we have this second expression. What do you mean? We have the first use for this expression. Edgar, can you read
Yep.
this, please?
Just when you don't understand what someone is trying to say. The example is, "You'll be careful, won't you?" What do you mean?
Okay, excellent, Edgar. Okay, so the first use for this expression, what do you mean? We use it when you don't understand what someone is trying to say. As you mentioned, you'll be careful, won't you? What do you mean? ¿A qué te refieres? Okay, and then the second use, please, Carla, can you help me?
Sure. Used when you are very surprised or annoyed by what someone has just said. What do you mean? You've canceled the trip? What do you mean by that?
Okay, excellent, Carla. Okay, the second use for this expression is when you are very surprised or annoyed by what someone has just said. For example, what do you mean? You've canceled the trip. And what do you mean by that? Okay. And finally, we have the last use. Please, Edgar.
Just when you are very annoyed by what someone has just done. Example, what do you mean by calling me at this time of night?
Okay, is when you're very annoyed by what someone has just done. Okay, what do you mean by calling me at this time with this?
No.
That's this expression. What do you call it? Please, Perla, can you help me?
What do you call it? It's a very formal term for an object whose name you don't know, have forgotten, or can recall at the moment.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. As you can see, what do you call it is a very formal whose name you know, have forgotten, or can recall at the moment. Okay, so you can use this expression with your friends or with people that you really know very well. Okay, while you call it. Okay, so far, do you have any questions?
No.
No. Okay.
No, it's okay. Thank you.
It's okay. Let's have these 6 words for today. Do you remember which words did we learn in the previous lesson? Any words you remember?
Reinforce verbally or verb.
Okay, reinforce and verbalize. Excellent, Edgar. Okay, then we have these words for today. And the first one, that it's a verb, that it's popularize. Do you know this word, or have you ever heard about it?
Yep.
What do you think it means?
We can use this verb when it's a trending, or it's very useful for many people.
Okay, when it's a trending, very useful for many people. And what do you think, Perla?
I think that it's when something gets to be known for different people. So I think that's when you use popularize.
Okay, excellent. Okay, both answers are correct. Let's see what it says here. Okay, as it mentions, to make something become popular. Okay, as you mentioned, that it's very known by many people. Okay, for example, we have, Edgar, can you help me reading this example, please?
It was Pavarotti in the 1980s who really popularized opera.
Okay, excellent. It was Pavarotti in the 1980s who really popularized opera. Okay, and so we can say that popularize is to make something become very popular. Okay, good. And what about popularity? Do you know something about this? Popularity.
Is the fact for someone that have support for many people.
Okay, support by many people. And what about Perla?
I think that it can be used like when you're talking about how popular is something, like when you want to measure how
Okay. Okay, excellent. Let's see what it means. Okay, as you mentioned, it's the fact that something or someone is liked, enjoyed, or supported by many people. Okay, for example, the increasing popularity of organic food. Okay, so the fact that something or someone is liked, enjoyed, or supported by many people. Okay, excellent, guys. And finally, we have this word, popular. So let's see what it means. We have already learned. For example, that it's something that is liked, enjoyed, or supported by many people. But in this case, you are using this word as an adjective. Adjective. Muy bien. Carla, can you help me read in this example? The first two.
She's the most popular teacher in school. That song was popular with people from my father's generation.
Okay, excellent. And Edgar, please, the following two.
Walking is a popular form of exercise in Britain. How popular is Madonna among with teenagers?
Okay, excellent. So as you can see in these sentences, we are using popular as an adjective. Okay, a popular teacher. The song was popular. A popular form, and how popular is Madonna. Okay, excellent. So far, you have any questions with these words?
No.
Okay, then let's continue with the following three words. The first one is replace. Do you know what is replace or how to use it?
Yeah, like to remove something and get a different one exactly on the place where the old one used to be.
Okay, excellent. And what about Edgar?
Yeah, the same as Perla, replace something or take something and put something in different place.
Okay, excellent. Let's see what it says here. Okay, as you mentioned, it's okay to take the place of something or to put something or someone in the place of something or someone else. Okay, for example, the factory replaced most of its workers with robots. Or tourism has replaced agriculture as the nation's main industry. Okay, replaced. In this case, we're using it as a verb. Very good. Then we have the word replacement. In this case, let's see what is replacement. That is the process of replacing something with something else. Okay, es el proceso. En este caso, can you read this?
The replacement of existing computer equipment, replacement Windows.
Okay, thank you. The replacements of existing computer equipment or replacement Windows. Very good. And finally, the word replaceable. Do you know what is replaceable?
Oh, those things you can easily change.
Okay, things that we can change. And what about Edgar? What do you think?
Something that you can replace it.
Okay, excellent. Something that you can replace. Okay, something as it mentions here is something that can be replaced or something that we can change. For example, Edgar, can you read this?
Don't worry, all that stolen stuff is replaceable.
Okay, don't worry, all that stolen stuff is replaceable. And we have electronic devices intended to run off replaceable batteries. Okay, so as you can see, replaceable is an adjective. That means that something can be replaced. Okay, so, well, so far, do you have any questions with these words?
No, yet.
No.
Not yet. Okay, so do you think you can start using these words from now on?
I will try.
I will try. Okay, so in the past, did you use these words in your sentences or no?
Not at all.
Not at all. And what about Carla?
Um, yeah, I think that uh, the popular word is pretty common.
Yes. Well, as you mentioned, the word popular, it's very common, as Carla mentioned. But the word replace, it's not very common, but now you know what it means and how to use it in a sentence, as a verb, as a noun, and as an adjective. Okay, guys, so I think we are running out of time. Can you join to the same link again, please?
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Jose.
Okay, excellent. So we only have 15 minutes before we finish with this lesson, and we're gonna continue doing some more exercises in order to practice what we have learned so far. Okay, so this exercise is very similar to the one that we have just done at the beginning. So you only need to complete these sentences with the expressions in the box. Okay, here we have some expressions that we have learned. What's his, her name? What do you call it? What do you call them? And what do you call the thing or those things? Okay, very good. So here we have an example. Hey, you're a big you're a big soccer fan. We are trying to remember the name of that famous Brazilian player. What's his name? Can you continue, please, Edgar?
Do you mean Marcelo?
Okay, excellent. I don't know. He's got short hair and it sticks up on the top. What do you think goes here, Edgar?
What do you call it?
What do you call it? Okay, let's see. Okay, what do you call it? Excellent. What do you call it? Okay, can you continue, Edgar, please?
Spiked hair? Then it's not Marcelo. Maybe you're thinking of Neymar.
Okay. Perla, can you continue, please?
And then we're trying to remember the name of the guy with long hair. You know, he wears in those long twisted. What do you call those things?
Okay. What do you call those things? Excellent. Oh, what do you call them? Excellent, Perla. Okay. Then we have, oh, you mean dreadlocks? You're thinking of Ronaldinho. Yes, that's one of the players. So who's the other name? The other one? Edgar, can you continue, please?
I don't know, but I think Ronaldinho looks different now. He often wears one of those wool hats. What did you call it?
Okay, what do you call it? What do you call it, or what do you call that thing? Excellent. Well, that's what's her name? Sorry, that was the last expression. Well, we have more. Well, the first one is guess who you saw at the airport? That singer, she has a really fabulous voice. What's her name? Beyonce. Okay, can you continue, please? Carla?
No, not Beyoncé. She plays the piano and writes her own songs.
Okay. Edgar, can you continue, please?
Oh, I know what you mean. Years ago, she wore her hair in those little braids. What do you call it? Or what did you?
Okay, what do you call them, or what do you call those things? Okay, those little reds, those things. Okay, can you continue, please, Carla?
You mean cornrows. And she sang at that big time. What do you call it?
Okay, what do you call it, or what do you call it? Okay, excellent, guys. So, well, so now, do you know how to use these words? Do you know how to use in each conversation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what about that guy?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Okay, so, well, let's continue, please. Okay, here we have some more exercises, but in this case with the expressions you mean or do you mean. Okay, and then we have a series of pictures here from different people. Well, do you know these persons?
I don't know who is Michelle Wu.
She will. Okay, and what about Perla? Do you know them?
No, not really.
Okay, okay, but in this case, we're gonna complete these sentences. Okay, here we have an example. Well, the internet says that Michelle Will is an American professional golfer. Do you know who's a golfer?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So it's an expert. The Black Eyed Peas, do you know them?
Yeah, it's a band.
About Johnny Depp, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Salma Hayek, it's an actress, and Venus and Serena Williams. Do you know them?
Yes, tennis players.
Tennis players. Excellent. Okay, so we have this first sentence. Who's a Mexican actress? The one who plays Frida Kahlo in that movie? Oh, you mean Salma Hayek? Okay, so it's letter D. You mean. Okay, here we are using the expression you mean. You mean Salma Hayek? Letter D. Okay, Edgar, can you help me with number 2, please?
I really like those tennis players. What are their names? They're sisters with cool tennis outfits. Uh, do you mean Venus and Serena Williams? Letter E.
Okay, letter. Okay, you mean Venus and Serena Williams? Or you can say, do you mean Venus and Serena Williams? Okay, both answers are correct. Okay, let's continue with Carla, please.
Yeah. Do you want to go to see that hip hop band? You know, the one with the female singer? You mean the Black Eyed Peas? Letter B.
Okay. Okay, you mean the Black Eyed Peas or do you mean the Black Eyed Peas? Letter B. Excellent. Edgar, please.
My friend just loves that golfer. You know, the really tall women. Do you mean or do you mean Michelle Will? Letter A.
Okay, excellent. Or you mean or do you mean Michelle? Okay, excellent. And finally, Carla, please.
I really like the actor. What's his name? He is in Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh, you mean Johnny Depp?
Okay, excellent. You mean Johnny Depp or do you mean Johnny Depp? Well, as you can see, we can use both expressions in each sentence and both mean the same. Okay, so, well, so far, do you have any questions on how to use these two expressions?
No.
Okay, guys, so, well, the purpose of these lessons was only for you to understand how to use these expressions in order to, when you don't know how to talk about something, you can use these expressions, and also to learn some words. Well, guys, we have 7 minutes. Any questions about this?
No.
No, it's all right.
Okay, Perla, can you mention something that you learned today, please?
Yeah. Well, I learned, uh, you know, like to ask in different ways how something is called, like not to like I mean, like to keep the conversation fluent, and some other words like how to use the verb popularize and replace as a noun. And
Excellent, Perla. Thank you. And what about Edgar? What did you learn today?
Well, today we learned how to use expressions like what did you call? In this case, if we can remember a word or describe something or the name or someone. Also, we learn use expression like you mean and the function of this expression is to check or suggest words or names. Also, we check different kind of conversation expressions, like what his or what her name, what did you call it, what did you call that. Also, we learned the expression you mean or do you mean. Finally, we checked the 6 new words related with popular and replace.
Okay.
I think that's all.
Okay, excellent, Edgar. Okay, guys, so you both did a great job today. Well, in case you don't have any more questions, I think that'll be it for today, and I'll see you on Thursday to continue learning more about this. So, is that okay for you?
Sure.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, so, well, please have a nice day, and I hope you have an amazing day today. See you on Thursday. Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
too, Jose. Thank you. Have a good day. See
Bye
you on
bye. Thank
Thursday.
you. See you.